Apple just announced a new lineup of iPad, Apple Watch, and iPhone. Personally, I found the new iPad mini and the iPhone very appealing. The Apple Watch, on the other hand, was disappointing. In this video, let's take a look at the new iPhone 13. Let's look at both the budget-friendly options, iPhone 13 mini and the regular, as well as its much pricier cousins, iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max. All four phones, the mini, the regular, Pro and Pro Max, share a strikingly similar design. Even with the previous generation iPhone 12. I have always hated the notch. Thankfully, it's getting smaller this year, although only by 20%. But I can work with that. No Touch ID still? That's okay. Face ID should perform as good as it does. There is also a ceramic shield to save your screen from accidental drops. Apple claims that it shatters less. Don't try to test this though. The iPhone is dust and water resistant. And supports MagSafe charging just as before. Apple mentioned in the video that they are partnering with various carriers to bring 5G to 60 countries and regions. This should make it easy to use the new SharePlay feature that's coming to the iOS and macOS. If you don't know what SharePlay is, it will let you watch synced TV, music, and other media with your friends and family. All these features are shared between the four phones. How are they different then? The mini and the regular have the same features, but the mini has a 5.4-inch screen, whereas the regular and the Pro models share 6.1-inch screen. The Pro Max, however, has a huge 6.7-inch screen. All four models also differ in the battery life. Apple claims that the mini offers a 17-hour video playback time, while the regular provides an additional 2 hours. They also said that you will get an additional 3 hours playback on the Pro model, while the Pro Max supposedly provides a whopping 11 hours additional video playback time than the iPhone mini. The choice between the mini and the regular, or the Pro and Pro Max, seems quite easy. You just get the pricier option if you can afford it, that is. But if you're like me and are trying to pick a more wallet-friendly option, then you could pick between the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro. The two differ in several features though. Firstly, they differ in color options. The iPhone 13 comes in Starlight, this whitish creamish color, Midnight Black, which I absolutely love, a slightly lighter blue than the last year's model, light pink, and then there's a much saturated version of red, which also looks amazing. The Pro models come in graphite, gold, if that floats your boat, silver, and Sierra blue, which looks pretty cool. Honestly though, don't pick your iPhone model based on the color. If you're selling a kidney to buy this like me, then you will dress it up with a cover anyway. What you should consider rather are the performance features. Firstly, there is ProMotion. Finally, Apple has brought the ProMotion tech, which provides adaptive refresh rates up to 120 Hz on the Pro models. The regular and the mini have a fixed 60 Hz screen. If you like higher refresh rate screens and buttery smooth scrolling, then you will prefer the Pro models. The problem with high refresh rate screens is that they are battery drainers. Thankfully, ProMotion offers adaptive refresh rates, so it switches to a 120Hz mode when you're scrolling or playing games and goes back to 60Hz when you're not. Apple, of course, is known for amazing software-hardware optimization, so I'm confident that this is going to be one of those very enjoyable features of this iPhone series. The screens are also different in terms of their peak brightness. The iPhone 13 only goes up to 800 nits, whereas the Pro models brighten up to 1000 nits. Honestly, this may not really be a big deal for most of us. The only time when this might be a nicer option is when you're out in the sun. In most real-world scenarios though, you will rarely bump it up to 1000 nits, which would also drain your battery, by the way. Surprisingly, Apple has used two different chips this year to distinguish their regular and pricier Pro models. They both have the Apple Silicon A15 Bionic chip, but the Pro has a 5-core GPU, while the relatively budget-friendly options are packed with a 4-core chipset. Honestly, not sure how significant this difference would be. Unlike the last year models, the Pros also have a much better camera system than the regular and the mini. While all 4 models share a wide and ultra-wide lens, the Pro models will also come with a telephoto lens. The aperture on all camera lenses, especially the Pro models, are also better. Simply put, they allow in more light, enabling you to take those wonderful low light photographs. There's also a LiDAR sensor on the Pro models that helps with autofocus. And finally, you can also shoot in ProRAW on the Pro models. If you're planning to shoot in ProRAW though, remember that it's going to eat up your storage space in a jiffy. Which is also probably why Apple has introduced the 1TB option for the Pro models. The bottom line is that if you like the camera systems, then you would pick the Pro models. If you like high refresh rate screens and plan to game a lot on your phone, then you would prefer the Pro models. If you want significant improvements in battery life, then again, pick the Pro models. Otherwise, you should be happy with just the regular iPhone 13. Or the iPhone mini if you have tiny hands. On the other hand, if you're a giant or prefer really large phones, then Pro Max is your buddy. I hope I have helped you decide between iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro. And if you enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing. I'm just short of 1 million subscribers.